December 1st, 2022. Legislator Carey. Legislator Cornell. Legislator Earl. Legislator Falsiglia.
Present.
Legislator Foley. Legislator Grant. Legislator Hofstein. Legislator Jobson. Legislator McGowan is absent. Legislator Santulli is absent. Legislator Soskin. Legislator Tyre is absent. Legislator Weider. Legislator Wolf is absent. Legislator Yeager is absent. Vice Chairwoman Paul
Present.
and Chairman Hood is absent. We have 11 members present. We do have a quorum tonight.
Thank you. Salute to the flag by Honorable Charles J. Falsiglia, Legislator District 12, followed by invocation by United States. One nation, indivisible, with liberty.
Remain standing for a brief moment. 4 college students in Idaho murdered while sleeping. 3 college students in Virginia sitting on a bus murdered by another student. 5 employees murdered in Walmart by their manager while they sat down for their nightly meeting. A student commits suicide stemming from a coffee spilling incident with another student. All of this in the last 10 days. So let us remember life is fragile and death is final. Prayers and thoughts and a moment of silence just not working anymore. Thank you.
Thank you. Adoption of minutes. Moved by Legislator Grant. Seconded by Legislator Hofstein. No? Adoption of minutes, there's none. Sorry, we don't have any minutes today. Oh, okay, sorry for that. Next, we'll move on to comments from the chairperson. I will mention few here. As you all know, we are all saddened to hear about the Monsi bus crash in Ramapo today. We pray for the fast recovery for those children, passengers, and the driver involved, and also thanks to those who helped them. And you all know, remembering former county legislator Philip Bosco. He served a 4-year term on the county legislature for 1986 to 1989. He previously served as the county budget officer and auditor, and as town of Orangetown finance director. He earned his an accounting degree from Boston University, which he attended after serving in the Navy during the Korean War. On behalf of the legislature, I want to express our condolences and sympathy to the family of Philip Bosco. Then we have remembering former County Commissioner of Jurors, Anna Hickey. On behalf of Rockland County legislators, I express our condolences on the passing of former Rockland County Commissioner of Jurors, Anna Hickey, who died Tuesday at the age of 95. Anna Hickey made significant changes in the jury system. She has a passion to serve others through many activities in the community. Her proudest accomplishment, according to the published reports, was being a mother of 10 children, 5 with her husband, and 5 foster children from St. Dominicans and St. Agadas. There is another also, John Ambad, who was a resident of Rockland for 36 years, who passed away a couple of days ago. And he survived by his wife, Sarah Ambat, and 2 children and 5 grandchildren. He served in the Transit Authority for more than 20 years, and he was sick for 5 years, more than 5 years. We also express our condolences and prayers to the family. Anybody comments from legislators? Yes. Legislator Harriet Connell.
Thank you. Every morning I start my day by reading the New York Times, and the news is usually pretty dismal. But tonight I'll read a different kind of letter that was published in the Times about a week ago to the editor of the New York Times. One hears a lot these days from those with agendas about how our major cities are dystopian hell houses, particularly New York City. I am an old white guy from the Midwest recovering from a stroke. The other day, I found myself in Midtown Manhattan with a heavy suitcase and briefcase standing at the top of a foreboding staircase leading down to the subway. Suddenly, a young man appeared and said, "Let me help you," and carried my suitcase down 2 flights of stairs. I bought my ticket and started down another 2 flights to the trains. And immediately, a young woman appeared and said, "May I help you?" and took a bag. As soon as I boarded the train, a young man immediately offered me his seat. We have problems where there are humans, to be sure, in large cities and small towns alike. But the fact is, we have much to be thankful for in this country, especially our young people, who offer us so much to be hopeful about. Enough of the negativity. And it was signed, John G. Jacobs from Chicago. I'll also add that this was submitted to the Rockland County Legislature on December 1st, 2022, by legislator Harriet Cornell, who has much to be thankful for. Thank you.
Thank you, Legislator Harriet. And we have Legislator Falsiglia.
Thank you. Just want to make a note here that I notice Rockland Green intends to lease the High Tor Animal Shelter from the county. 6 weeks ago, I made that same recommendation on behalf of High Tor, that they would be willing to lease from the county, a win-win situation. The county earns money and High Tor and everything stays in place. But even when I made that recommendation, I knew that Caesar had already crossed the Rubicon. The difference between my recommendation and this is High Tor would be paying the lease from their revenues, and Rockland Green will be paying it from their revenues, which is the taxpayers' revenue. I'm sure there'll be more coming out on this shortly. Thank you.
Thank you. Legislator Earl.
Thank you there, Madam Chair. Sorry to hear about the accident in Ramapo today. But you can't drive a bus 60 plus miles through a residential area. I've constantly seen these bus operators. I've screamed at them, hollered at them, and flagged at them to slow down, and to no avail. And I would say to myself, it's not if, a when rather, it's if a when, it's going to happen, that something's going to happen. I'm sorry to say that, but I just foreseen that something was going to happen like that. And fortunately, it's not as bad as it could have been. And there's no way that bus, if it was doing the speed limit, that it would have caused that much damage. So it just shows you how fast that bus was traveling. And we need to do something about it. I'm going to make every effort that I can on my side. I just spoke with my colleague Aaron Weeder, and I think he'll come along with me to address this situation. And I know if you live in Ramapo, you have seen this. You can't have missed it. You couldn't have missed it because it's, you know, they're doing it every day. They're flying through the areas. Thank you.
Thank you. Legislator Soskin?
I agree with you 100%. But I think that goes for the entire county and the entire state. It takes me 10 minutes to 15 minutes to get out of my driveway every day. I'm on a small little lane that's about a mile long. So if you can do anything, we'd be very grateful to you. But that's not what I was going to talk about. Today is the first day of December. 6 days from now is December 7th, a day that will go down in history as a day of infamy. The day the Japanese attacked our country in Hawaii. They destroyed Hickam Field and killed many, many of our sailors, destroyed our ships. We should not forget that. Whatever we are going through now, we should always remember them and honor them. And the only way we can do that is by teaching them to your children and asking them to carry forward the message to the future. America is the greatest democracy in the world. Let's keep it that way. Let's all work together to have a great nation. And remember Pearl Harbor. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to mention one thing with Legislator Tony Earl was mentioning. We have to look for some preventive measures or educational or something, so further accident won't happen, help to prevent that. Thank you. Anybody else want to say something? So we will move on to next item, special order of the day. There's none. Public participation. Public to email their comments to clerk@co.rockland.ny.us. Thank you. Presentation of communications received and acknowledged. 9A, receive and file notice to county legislature regarding intent to lease animal shelter at 65 Fireman's Memorial Drive, Pomona, Rockland County. Gerard M. Diamond Jr., Executive Director of Rockland Green, dated November 9, 2022. 9B, receive and file review of the county's budget for the 2023 fiscal year by the New York State Office of the State Controller, Eliot Urbach, Deputy Controller, dated November 10, 2022. Number 10, unfinished business. There is none. 11, reports of Standing Committee, Budget and Finance Committee. Chair of Legislator Aaron Vader, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item 11A1, referral number 9541. Accepting. What was it?
For all three, you need an
Yes. Okay.
together.
We need an immediate waiver.
Michael moved to the motion for immediate need waiver.
Okay,
B
immediate
and C.
waive, mover,
A, B, and C.
Michael Grant, moved by, second by Legislator Carey. All in favor? Any opposed? I see none. Motion carries. So
Okay.
please,
B and C, A1, A, B, and C.
okay. Budget and Finance Chair, Aaron Reader, please.
Item 1, referral number 9541, accepting the report of the Budget and Finance Committee after its review by the Rockland County, after its review of the Rockland County proposed 2023 budget. Madam Chair,
Yes.
in reviewing the county executive's 2023 budget, the Budget and Finance Committee held many of the budget's review sessions the same nights as regular committee meetings. As a result, there was greater participation in the review sessions, and legislators are better informed of its content, as well as the analysis that was presented by our staff. Under the provisions of Article 4 of the Rockland County Charter, the Budget and Finance Committee is responsible for the review of the county executive's proposed budget, which is submitted to the legislature by October 1st each year. The legislature must conclude and review and analysis by December 7th so that it can adopt the proposed budget as is or make any changes to the proposed budget if the changes are balanced. The county executive's 2023 proposed budget is $812,400,000. The proposed property tax levy of $130,770,100 is below the 2% property tax cap by $5.4 million. The Budget and Finance Committee began its review on October 12th with a presentation. Finance Commissioner Stephen DeGroat and Deputy Commissioner Stephen Grogan. Next, the committee heard from Sheriff Falco. The committee learned about the programs in the Sheriff's Department and the difficulties encountered in hiring correction officers. Charts were provided by fiscal staff comparing the 2022 budget with the 2023 proposed budget. On Tuesday, October 25, our Director of Fiscal Affairs presented her analysis of the revenues in the proposed budget using current projections and trends. Personnel changes in the proposed budgets were discussed with Commissioner Rubel on November the 3rd. On November 9th, the Budget, Finance, and PPW committees held a joint session to discuss the proposed capital projects budgets. Department heads were in attendance to discuss new and ongoing projects. On November 17th, the Legislature's Director of Fiscal Affairs, Nicole Doliner, examined the proposed budget and highlighted key trends, analyzed major revenue items, examined major expense categories, and projected variances in the proposed budget. A written report was provided to all legislators to review, and the report was presented to the Budget and Finance Committee. Since the county was authorized to issue deficit reduction bonds in the amount of $96 million to liquidate the accumulated deficit, it must submit the proposed budget to New York State Comptroller each year until the debt is paid. The Comptroller's Office reviews the proposed budget to determine whether the expenditures and revenues contained within the budget are reasonable. In its report this year, issued on November 10, the Comptroller stated that the proposed 2023 budget is reasonable and that the property tax cap was complied with. The report by the Comptroller did make projections of sales tax of $273 million, which is $12 million more than the proposed budget of $261 million. In the proposed budget, there is no increases in property taxes, no layoffs or program cuts, $1.5 million for a scholarship fund for first responders. Contractual reserves are down from $8 million to $1 million for the one remaining bargaining unit. The proposed sales tax assumes $261 million, which is $21 million higher than the 2022 budget of $240 million. Year to date, the actual sales tax is $220 million as of the end of November. Using a very conservative approach, 2022 is projected to be $272 million, which is $32 million over the 2022 budget. and $11 million more than the proposed 2023 budget. The Budget and Finance Committee met yesterday and unanimously approved the 2023 proposed budget with very slight changes in the way of amendments. In addition, the administration has requested technical adjustment, which were included in the adopted schedules. The committee wishes to express, myself and the committee wishes to express our gratitude to the county executive and his staff for their assistance and participation in the budget review process, especially Commissioner Stephen DeGroat and Deputy Commissioner Grogan. And of course, Stephen Powers, who attended all the review sessions and added to our discussions. The committee also wishes to thank all the members of the legislature who attended the budget sessions and participated in the review of the proposed 2023 budget. I would be remiss not to mention the legislature's Director of Fiscal Affairs, Nicole Dolina, who has been instrumental throughout the year, and most notably throughout the budget review process with her dedication, professionalism, sharp mind, keen understanding of finances and numbers. Yet again, she deserves our acknowledgement and appreciation. Fellow legislators, 2022 was a year of full accomplishments for this body on behalf of the people of Rockland County, culminating in tonight's proposed budget. And with this, Madam Chair, I conclude my presentation with tonight's proposed budget. And I would like to move referral number 9541A.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Hofstein. All in favor? Any opposed?
Opposed.
And the motion passes unanimously? Oh,
Opposed.
Almost.
one, with the one negative, okay.
It's 10 ayes, 1 nay.
Nay. Okay, motion passes.
Item number 11A, 1B, adoption of the 2023 county budget, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Cornell. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed?
Opposed.
Okay, passes, motion passes with the 1 nay.
Item number C, appropriation of budget items for 2023, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Tony Earl. On the question, all in favor?
Opposed.
Passes with the 1 nay. Motion passes to 1 nay.
Item number 2, referral number 5906A, approving acceptance the basis of the design report and secret type 2 exempt exaction of the Union Hill and Tolman Pump Station Upgrades Project under capital project number 6275, and authorizing the county executive to take steps necessary to carry out the intent of this resolution, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Jobson. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes
Item
unanimously.
number 2B, approving exercising the second renewal option and additional purchases in excess of $100,000 by former purchase other than the additional amount of $32,032.03 for the new total amount not to exceed $165,651.62 under ARBRC 2020-029 from Barclay Water Management, Inc. to provide labor, equipment, materials for supervision as required to perform analysis and chemical treatment from various county mechanical systems for the term from June 1st, 2020 through November 30th, 2023, with 1 year renewal option term remaining, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Soskin. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 2C, approving exercise of first new option term and additional purchases in the amount of $100,000 in the additional amount of $100,000 for the total amount not to exceed $191,166.23 to be made by phone purchase order under RFB RC 2021-106 from Beckerly's Lumber Company, Inc. for hardware and various supplies for the term from December 22, 2022 through December 21, 2023, with 2 one-year renewal option terms remaining, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Foley. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 2D, ratifying the determination to use project labor agreement for the capital project number 6275 for the Union Hill and Tolman Pump Station Upgrades Project, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Earl. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 3, referral number 9323, authorizing advancement of general fund funds in the amount not to exceed $750,000 for the acquisition and installation of the county document management system software program on capital project number 1493, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Falsiclia. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 4, referral number 8281, approving an extension of an amendment to a lease agreement with Congregation of Makor Chaim of the Department of Health Offsite Women's, Infant, and Children's WIC program and clinic services, extending the term of the lease for an additional 12 months for the period October 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2023, an increase in the amount of the agreement by $18,486 for a new total amount not to exceed $111,983.90 for the full period from February 1st, 2017 through the September 30th, 2023, and authorizing the execution by the county executive, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Tony Earl. And the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 5, referral number 8862, approving the acceptance of continuation grant for the New York State Department of Health to the Rockland County Department of Health for the STD Disease Intervention Services and HIV Partner Services grant, the amount of $1,125,000 for the period from January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2026, and authorizing county executive to execute all necessary instruments and documents, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Cornell. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 6, referral number 8062A, accepting the bid in response to RFBRC 2022-2110-002 in the excess of $100,000 in total amount not to exceed $392,050, and authorizing county executive to issue acceptance of offer letter to CMC Contractors, Inc. for the general construction for the building F interior and exterior renovations on the capital project number 2110, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Carey. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 6B, accepted bid in response to RFBRC 2022-2110-112 in the excess of $100,000 to in the total amount not to exceed $247,000, authorizing the county executive to issue acceptance of offer letter to Joe Lombardo Plumbing and Heating of Rockland, Inc. for the plumbing work for the building F interior and exterior renovations on capital project number 2110, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Soskin. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 7, referral number 9361A, approving the acceptance of grant in the amount of $110,000, no county tax dollars, from New York State's Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services Bomb Squad Initiative Grant for the period October 1st, 2022 through August 31st, 2023, and authorizing execution of all necessary grant documents by the county executive, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Foley. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 7B, approving the acceptance of grant amount of $15,000, no county tax dollars, from the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services FY 2020 Explosives Detection K-9 Team Grant for the period October 1st, 2022 through August 31st, 2023, and authorized execution of all necessary grant documents and county executive, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Grant. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 8, referral number 6704A, authorizing intermunicipal cooperation agreement with the County of Rockland, Town of Clarkstown, Village of Spring Valley, Town of Ramapo, Town of Haverstraw, Town of Orangetown, Town of Stony Point, Village of Suffering, the Village of Piermont for reimbursement for the Criminal Justice Discovery Grant and authorize the execution of these agreements by the County Executive, and I so move.
Moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Harriet Cornell. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 8B, approving the Second Amendment, second extension to the agreement, the next $100,000 additional amount of $115,000, new total amount not to exceed $314,900 on the RFP/RC 2020-036 with John Torino to provide confidential financial consultant services to the Office of the District Attorney for the term from January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2023, with no renewal option term remaining, authorizing the execution by the county executive, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, seconded by legislator Sofskin. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 9, referral number 6704/5327, approving and exercising the second extension, third amendment to the agreement, next $100,000, additional amount of $70,000, new total amount not to exceed $238,800 on the RFP/RC 2020-026 with Internet Corporation for Information Technology Consultant Services for both the Office of the Sheriff and the Office of the District Attorney for the term from November 28, 2020 through November 27, 2023, with no renewal option terms remaining, and authorizing its execution with the county executive, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, seconded by legislator Tony L. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 10, referral number 5327, approving the acceptance of a grant in the amount of $10,000, no county tax dollars, for the Division of Criminal Justice Services for the Anti-Violence Initiative for the period April 1st, 2022 through March 31st, 2023, and authorizing the execution of all necessary grant documents by county executive, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, seconded by legislator Tony Earl. All on the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 11, referral number 4249, establishing one position in the Office of the District Attorney, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, seconded by legislator Hofstein. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 12, referral number 6501, authorizing the relevy of village taxes billed in 2022 and not paid in 2022, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, seconded by legislator Soskin. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 13, referral number 6502, authorizing the relevy of 2022 and 2023 school taxes, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, seconded by legislator Carey. All in on the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Item number 14, referral number 8596, establishing equalization rates for each of the towns, establishing taxable and assessed values and full values for each town in the county of Rockland for the year 2023, and I so move.
Moved by legislator Weider, seconded by legislator Jobson. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Madam Chair, this concludes the report of the Budget and Finance Committee. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Budget and Finance Chair Weider. Next, 11, report of standing committees. The Multi-Service Committee Chair, Legislator Soskin, please.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Referral number 2321, confirming the appointment of Spencer Chimbawa of Stony Point, New York, as Rockland County Commissioner of Human Rights. I'll move his nomination.
Moved by legislator Soskin, seconded by legislator Tony Earl. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Referral number 5726, confirming the appointment of Robert Daniel Masiello of Garnerville, New York, to the Rockland County Historic Preservation Board. I'll move his nomination.
Moved by legislator Soskin, seconded by legislator Michael Grant. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
That completes the report of the Multi-Service Committee.
Thank you. Next, we move on to reports of standing committee, Planning and Public Works Committee, Chair Ithamar Yeager, Vice Chair Michael Grant. You have any report? No report on this committee. Thank you. Item 11D, Government Operations Committee, Chair Michael Grant. Thank you. 11E, Environmental Committee, Chair Harriet Cornell, please.
No report this evening, Madam Chair.
Thank you. 11F, Public Safety Committee, Chair Tony Earl.
No report tonight, Madam Chair.
Thank you. 11G, Economic Development Committee, Chair Tony Earl.
No report tonight, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Reports of special committees, see none. Any new business? None. Number 14 here, reports of county officers received and acknowledged. A, receive and file quarterly report to the Planning and Public Works Committee, quarter ending September 30th, 2022. Michael R. Saber, PE Executive Director, Rockland County Sewer District Number 1, dated October 3, 2022. Okay, motion to adjourn, moved by Legislator Weider, seconded by Legislator Jobson. On the question, all in favor? Any opposed? Passes unanimously. So the meeting is adjourned on the name of that 3 people I mentioned in the early beginning of the meeting.